Also around the National Football League. Who want that smoke? Ooh, we got some smoke. We got some smoke. I'm a pivot to this topic because we got some smoke in this topic. Quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, and old Ryan Clark, host of The Pivot, now newly hired to be on NFL Countdown, the pregame show. Ryan is one who lives his life. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to say that. Ryan is someone who played recklessly, and he doesn't mince his words off the field. He's found his lane in the pivot, and he does some great things with that. I think he's one of the good interviewers of our sports sphere. But Ryan had some things to say about Tua on one of the shows. They were talking about Tua Tagovailoa and how he was going to come back from the season that he had with the concussions and being in and out and all those things. And Ryan said, I tell you what Tua isn't. Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't in the weight room. He wasn't working out this summer. He wasn't following the nutritional instructions from the nutritionist. Said my boy looking thick. Pause. He said he looked like a stripper at Onyx. Never been to Onyx. Heard about it. Heard about Onyx. Never been there. I've never been there. I'm trying to don't tell me I'm lying. I've never been there. He said Tua was looking thick. Like thick. Like cold oatmeal. Like thick like a Sunday newspaper. Thick like kindergarten crayons. He ain't say all that. I said that, but that's what he meant. That's what Ryan Clark meant. Thick. Well, you can't call a man thick. You can't call a man delicious from down the street. And you can't call a man thick. Like a stripper. See, I call CD Lamb thick. Pause. You gotta definitely pause with some of the stuff that's going on with the Cowboys and what they liking on Twitter and stuff like that. If y'all don't know, then y'all don't know. But if you do, if you know, you know. But see, I call CD thick. He's growing into his man body. Pause. In a positive way. In an uplifting way. He's getting his man body. Ryan Clark called Tua thick like an Onyx stripper. Well, you just can't say that about a man and that man don't say nothing in return. Not Tua. Tua had this to say about what Ryan Clark said about his thickness.
He had some criticism about you, saying that you didn't hit the gym in the off season, you didn't follow nutritionist advice.
Yeah.
If he were here, what would you say to him?
I mean, he probably knows more about me than I know about myself. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ryan's been out the league for some time, so I don't know. It's a little weird when other people are talking about other people when they're not that person. So I don't know. It's just a little weird. I come back. I like my background is like I come from a Samoan family. Like respect is everything, but does get to a point where, hey, little easy on that, buddy, because I think we're pretty tough-minded people, and if we need to get scrappy, we can get scrappy too. Just saying.
How hard did you work in the off season?
I mean, I think we all worked hard throughout the off season, and I'm not someone to talk about myself the entire time, but I mean it takes a lot. You think I wanted to build all this muscle? Like, nah. To some extent, like I wanted to, I wanted to be a little lighter. There's a mixture of things that people don't understand, that people don't know about, that are talked about, that go behind the scenes. So, I'd appreciate if you kept my name out your mouth. That's what I'd say.
So you
Them fighting words to me. He offered them hands. He said, listen, we big on respect where I'm from. Let me translate that for y'all. We big on respect where I'm from. Keep your name, y'all know what Will Smith said? Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Tua said, yo, keep my name out your mouth. Because where I'm from, we Samoan. We scrap. I don't know Ryan Clark personally. I know him as a player. Ryan Clark was a kamikaze type of player. He would injure himself trying to put a hit on you. Now, does that translate to fighting? I don't know. I mean, it can't hurt, but I don't know if it helps. And Tua also got a point. Sometimes where you from does mean a little bit. You don't see too many jokers knocking Samoan jokers out. You just don't. You see Samoans putting hands on, they do that haka. That's some intense stuff. So, I mean, do what everybody else is doing now. Get in the ring. Fight in the undercard of Jake Paul. Was it Logan or Jake? One of the Paul brothers. Fight in the undercard. Fight in the undercard of Spence Crawford 2. Tua and Clark. I'll pay for it. That'll end the conversation. Because if Ryan Clark beats Tua, guess what? You thick. Like a stripper. Booty meat shaking like a stripper. But if Tua beat Ryan Clark, you shaking like a stripper now, boy. So I don't condone violence. I understand it at times. I don't condone it. But, like Tua said, keep your name out my mouth. I'm not for play. We men here. That's one thing that I think we forget sometimes. In the world of social media where we can say things and not have to face real consequences and not have to see that person every day or the potential of seeing that person in the neighborhood or in the vicinity, we can say these things freely and loosely and just walk off, log out, exit the app, turn off the camera. And there's no when is Ryan Clark and Tua actually going to be in the same vicinity? Maybe the pivot takes a drive out to Miami. I know maybe they shoot in Miami sometimes. I don't know. They might see each other in Onyx. It might be a big, thick chicken Onyx that's separating them two tables. But we've come to a point where we're able to say things to people, about things, and honestly not have to suffer the consequences. Myself included. I say some stuff, I'm like, man, my mother has said this to me. She goes, somebody gonna whoop you one day. I'm like, it ain't happened yet, but it could. I hope it ain't on film. I hope that y'all do. If I ever get my butt whooped, I hope ain't nobody recording. I hope. Because then y'all ain't gonna be saying whatever y'all want to me, and I'm not gonna like that. But if somebody whoop up on me, what I'm gonna say? If they jump me, they jump me. That's something different. But if they just whoop up on me, like one-on-one, I gotta just take that.